weird now. Because tonight it is showtime. In the middle of the street light. Oh, we celebrate a good time. Because tonight it is showtime. Come and walk with me. 1, 2, 7, 3 down the Rockefeller Street. Life is marching on, do you feel that? 1, 2, 7, 3 down the Rockefeller Street. Everything is more than serene.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Monster Review Girl. I am your host, Ariana. Well, it appears time has slipped past me, again. I'm told there's a holiday coming up in your world that is, in context to mine, most interesting. Now, my knowledge of your world is slim, and as a result I called in a favor. Meet Takibi, the husband of one of my fellow Dark Magi, who I will be educating in the creatures of our world, for he is a native to yours. Takibi?
Hey, Ariana. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Now, I've been told in your home world that there is a holiday dedicated to mothers coming up. Soon-ish.
Yeah, Mother's Day is right around the corner.
I see. It is definitely good to celebrate bringing forth a physical crystallization of your love of your husband.
Right. It's more a day where children celebrate their mothers.
Oh, that makes sense too. Well, I'd like to commemorate the day by discussing one of the greater mothers in our world, as catalogued.
Am I?
While I'm sure your darling is an excellent mother, I was referring more to a species that dedicates itself almost exclusively to motherhood.
Even more so than the typical Momono?
Yes, even more so than what is normal. So intense is their devotion to motherhood that they are referred to as Mother of Monsters. I'm speaking of the Echidna, greatest of Lamia kind, short of only the Apophis.
I should have gotten this one. Eleanor's one.
For you to have found an Echidna as a bride speaks to your luck. They normally live deep in the depths of trap-riddled ruins where only the brave dare tread.
I found her all alone. She gives the best hugs, and the snakes in her hair are real nice.
Interesting. You probably already knew this, but Echidna are in the Lamia family and as a result are of the reptile typing. They tend to be very lustful and prefer a carnivorous diet.
I can attest to the lustful part.
Very often, they are the subjects of worship by snake cults. In fact, cults like those have learned a ritual that would allow them to transform a human woman into an Echidna. However, it takes decades of built-up energy to make an Echidna. But the existence of the ritual is certainly something of note.
Huh. No wonder Eleanor wasn't mana-starved when I met her.
That and Amai mentioned she was sleeping when you met her. She might have gone into hibernation, which could be possible despite it not being a documented attribute or ability of the Echidna species.
Right. How much does Amai tell you?
Nothing beyond first encounters, I assure you. Now, it makes perfect sense for Echidna to develop cults, given that their magic power is among the highest of all Momono kind.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of those around the fort.
They choose to live in the depths of ruined temples because they consider the kind of man who can evade the traps and solve the puzzles to be the perfect man for them.
So run the gauntlet, get the snake wife.
Basically, yes. More cunning ones will even take human form and spread rumors about the vast treasures deep in the depths of the ruins to entice men to visit, or sometimes even hire the men as monster slayers themselves. Ones that think in the long term will even sometimes adopt young orphan boys with heroic potential and groom them into being husbands for when the boys come of age, which I personally find a little weird, but to each their own.
Yeah, that one's odd, but not the worst practice in this world.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, better than letting them wander around as orphans, but moving along. The most interesting part of the Echidna is twofold. Their truly prodigious fertility and the chaotic nature of said fertility.
Yeah, it seems like a veritable roll of the dice.
With every pregnancy except the first. The first is always an Echidna, no exceptions. After that, God only knows what you're gonna get.
Well, at least there's always one. Ensures the species doesn't die out fast.
Yes, however, it does mean the species is alarmingly rare. As a result, when they do bag a husband, they immediately get to the baby making, and I'm only slightly hyperbolic when I say they don't really ever stop.
Don't I know it?
As I said, it took heavy bribery to get you here, didn't it?
I've recently learned to make simulacrum. It's how I get anything done anymore.
Fair enough. But yes, echidna are extensively devoted to being mothers and are amazing at it. Now, I'm told your world has echidna, but they are not like the ones I am accustomed to.
Yeah, I think so. They're a Greek myth, though, so my studies on them aren't the best.
Oh, let me check if I have a book on this. Sometimes your world overlaps with ours enough for stuff to fall through.
Especially when dark mages summon their husbands from other worlds.
Yes, I would assume so. Oh, here it is. Not only is there an animal called the echidna, which is from somewhere called Australia, but there is also a Greek mythological titan who, along with her husband Typhon, produced beings such as the Chimera and Cerberus. Amusingly enough, they seem to be the only relationship in Greek mythology where somebody didn't cheat.
That is a first for mythology, yeah.
But yes, and since you have first-hand experience, what is life with an echidna like, and how did you meet Eleanor?
How detailed can I get?
Regarding your life with her, while I would like to say go into as much detail as possible, there's this thing called content guidelines MRG's on about, so a vague overview would be nice, but be as detailed as you wish in regards to your first meeting.
Life with her is fun, fulfilling, and very experimental. Take that how you will. But I met her while having a strong case of wanderlust.
Oh?
Yeah. As to my where it would be fun to explore, found a dungeon, made my way to where she had been abandoned. Poor girl. I woke her up, took her home.
Aw, that's adorable.
Yeah. By the way, Ariana, don't do this to win a man. You would make the traps too simple and no one would try.
I wasn't gonna do that. I'd get bored sitting around and waiting.
Yeah, that's true too. When was the last time you actually studied a book?
I study.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any questions or opinions about the echidna?
Questions? No. Opinions are very biased. But I have advice. Invest in a soft bed and get a stamina training regimen.
The soft bed because you'll be in it a lot, and the stamina regimen because you'll need a lot of it.
Exactly! And remember, you get hungry and she won't let go, squeeze her tail tip. It'll relax your coils.
Makes sense to me. If there's nothing else to discuss, we'll dismiss the lesson for today. Next time I'd like to educate you a little on one of the world's political factions, and one you'll need to keep a tight eye on.
Oh, joyous politics. Well, Lucia will be happy I'm learning about those at least.
Yes, I would imagine she'll be most pleased. Also, do you think Amai could send me a copy of the ritual she used to get you here? I need to study it for research reasons.
You know you could always just stop by after one of our raids. I swear the wolf pack doesn't break those boys right away.
There's also the tentacle wall.
Oh, come on, that's just fun.
Yes, but I enjoy having intact clothes. But anyway, I am very happy you were able to join me today, and I hope you'll be able to join me more frequently.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, what was that noise?
No.
Hello everyone, Monster Review Girl here. I just wanted to butt in and say please come and support us on Patreon. Subscribe, comment, like, whatever you'd like to do. We've recently added a art gallery, early access to videos. I'm working on getting some uploads of recordings of Monster Girl video games, like the famous/infamous Monster Girl Quest, and the 2 video games that are officially tied to the Monster Girl Encyclopedia universe as distributed by Kenku Cross. I hope to see you there.